Emma and the way to the museum. Hello. My name is Emma. Today, I want to tell you about a day when I helped someone find their way in the city. It was a sunny Saturday morning, and I was walking to the park to meet my friends. I live in a big city, so I often see tourists who need help finding places. As I was walking, I saw a man standing on the sidewalk looking at a map. He looked confused, so I decided to go and help him. His name was Tom, and he was a tourist from another country. He smiled and asked me, "Excuse me, can you help me? I'm trying to find the museum." I smiled back and said, "Of course. I can give you directions." I was happy to help because I knew the city very well. First, I asked him where he was right now. He showed me his map, and I pointed to the spot where we were standing. "We are here," I said. Then I started explaining the directions to the museum. First, I said, "You need to go straight ahead on this street, about 2 blocks. After that, you will see a big park on your left. The park is called Green Park. You should walk past the park. Don't turn left or right, just keep going straight." Tom listened carefully and nodded. I continued, "After you pass the park, you will come to a big intersection. There, you need to turn right. The street you will turn onto is called Maple Street." He wrote it down in his notebook, and I smiled, knowing he was paying attention. "When you are on Maple Street," I said, "walk for about 5 minutes. You will see a coffee shop called Cafe Sunshine on your right. It's a small place with yellow chairs outside. Keep walking, and soon you will see the museum." Tom looked relieved and happy. He thanked me, but I wanted to make sure he understood, so I repeated the directions one more time. Let's go over it again. First, go straight for 2 blocks. Then pass the park on your left. When you get to the big intersection, turn right onto Maple Street. After 5 minutes, you'll see Cafe Sunshine, and the museum is just ahead. Got it? He smiled and said, "Yes, I understand now. Thank you so much for your help." I waved goodbye and wished him a good day. As I walked away, I felt proud of myself. Helping people find their way in the city always makes me happy. It's important to be kind and helpful, especially when people are new to a place. Later that day, after I met my friends at the park, we decided to visit the museum too. We walked the same way I had explained to Tom. When we arrived at the museum, I was surprised to see Tom there. He waved at me from the entrance and said, "I made it. Thank you again for the directions." We laughed, and I felt happy that he found his way without any problems. Giving directions can seem simple, but it's very important. If I hadn't helped Tom, he might have gotten lost, and that would have been frustrating for him. From that day on, I always pay more attention when people ask for help with directions. I learned that giving clear and easy-to-understand instructions is the key to helping someone find their way. It's important to use landmarks, like parks or cafes, because they help people recognize where they are. Now, whenever someone asks me for directions, I feel confident in helping them. I also learn to speak slowly and clearly, especially if the person is not familiar with the language or the city. I always make sure to repeat the directions so the person doesn't feel confused. And that's how I helped Tom find the museum. It was a simple act of kindness, but it made both of us happy. I hope the next time someone asks you for directions, you will remember this story and feel confident in helping them too.